So next we end up in the episode where we take the downtime rules for a spin. The Unearthed Arcana put out downtime rules, so we got an episode called The Calm Before the Storm, where you guys were asked at the time by your new wizard friend, Sangrid Elmswitch, to help her finish what she started, and that you rescued her from failing. And that is hunting down this awful renegade magic user. But she also tells you that there's no hurry and you're going to have to gear up. You picked up gear that you had ordered back in our previous downtime session, and then got sponsored.
Sorry, I just...
The claw.
I mean, at some point a little bit later, already have used the Glarden pipes was the name that I rolled, but they're based off Scottish small pipes. But I've already used the Glarden pipes additional abilities, and it's absolutely worth it. And to still have the money is still a good idea for an entirely huge variety of reasons. Right. But man, I just don't know how I feel about sponsorship still.
I do also want to point out, it's something I mentioned on at the time of the episode, but there's a story tied to that suit of armor that kind of prodded all this from Hezric. Like, I'm gonna get stuck with this armor. Well, I could put my name on the back of it and throw it on a paladin. I feel okay about that, and his team. We'll get his team in as well. But the armor itself was not made for you. It was a commission for a dwarven house that defaulted on its payment. So there's a whole story there. That who knows if you're ever gonna, again, like broad strokes, hang a hook. If you don't bite it, I don't flesh it out. We did more crafting that session. We took the downtime rules, like I said, out for a spin. Right, some actual very specific now crafting methods finally for our adventure character. It's nice. Actually have a formula for your genius.
Finally.
Right.
I would like, as often as I play Tinker characters, it's always a little weird because I never know what's game breaky because the rules are always so vague about it. Because I can be like, I built this wind machine.
Well,
and it's the DM's discretion whether or not they go, yeah, that's fine, or you can't have a lightsaber.
It says in the book. The name of our channel is GameBreakers, though. I mean, I as a GM love to lean into that. Like, you came up with something crazy, awesome. Now the gloves are off on my end.
Well, I mean, I don't like building like min-max stuff. Like I like the story and the character. I'm not out to win.
Sure.
So I'm never, no matter how many characters I've done that are Tinkers, never have I built something that I think is going to give me an edge. It's just like, I had a neat idea.
Right.
What if I built a ladder climbing machine for my Tinker because he's lazy?
And gnomes in my world, that's exactly what they did. Like, culturally, that's their thing. I always love describing the gnomes and gnomish contraptions in the world, because that's exactly what it is. Like, that's a very small problem that I think could be fixed by a couple of years worth of design. Stan in this episode managed to carouse himself up a barmaid.
Yeah, primarily I did service to the temple. I think I did like 2 of those, and then one, and then some carousing and having of women and things. So Yeah, so that was fun.
Right. Well, and what you rolled was an ally in the low rent carousing table, but the bar waitress hears a lot of stuff, and that was also like the ally you have there. We just with the friend with benefits things came mostly out of a joke, I think.
Yeah. But,
right. Subverting the normal D&D trope.
Right.
So, let's see. Then, Struana, you went barding as part of your downtime.
I felt bad about all the money I spent, and I wanted to earn some more money.
Right.
To be honest here.
And you hit the books. You were the one on the team that got super into the lore and started to find some of your bits and pieces.
I honestly, I personally, I don't know about Struana, but Diamond does not have a head for the political, this body and their history, and this body and their history, and this body and their history, and all the ways that those interact. For now, in present, add problem, go. Like, I just feel slightly panicky and a lot confused, and like, can we just go have ice cream?
Well, and I'm like, from the very first mention of this city, it was all like the politics are Byzantine and dangerous, and making one friend means making 10 enemies. Like at every phase you were warned that anything political, trying to get anything done in the city is just knives in the dark all day. And you guys are finding that the more you get into it, because you wanted to get something done in the city.
It kind of makes me want to run away into the wilderness again.
Well, maybe you will have the opportunity to do that, whether you want to or not, sometime soon.